Welcome to J Mac Outdoors and my long overdue kayak van tour. Come on in. Alright, we're going to put the ferocious boaty up for now. Alright, first thing first, we got electricity in here now, right? I'm sure y'all seen that in some of the videos. We've got a 12-volt system, pretty much eco-worthy built. We'll start with some storage here. So off the back seat, this really gets neglected because most of the time it's covered up with my blackout curtains, right? And then we've got our table. We use this for prepping our meals. Normally there's a coffee pot sitting right here, and normally I'm got everything cluttered up going on right there. So keep me a little old tripod there for keeping the food stuff good. We've got a UME refrigerator, which can also double as a freezer. It's not a freezer cooler combo. It's either a freezer or a fridge. Keep my water here. Keep my camp chair here, right? There's plenty room in here. If I've got company, usually I give them the comfortable chair and I'm sitting on my makeshift toolbox chair or the bed. All right, we have this shelf bought off of Temu. It's just kind of a catch-all right now. When K-Mac Outdoors is with me, the van is organized. When I'm the one that organizes it, everything goes wherever it goes. But this is one of my cool little things that I bought. It's a chargeable bug zapper, obviously. This works great camping, especially down here in Texas during prime bug season like it is right now. And also a good idea that you guys may like that I enjoy is before I'll lay down to bed for the night, I will put this in the van and turn it on and put that in the van for about 30 minutes before I go to bed. It kills any mosquitoes, bugs that may or may not have gotten in here and makes for a little more pleasurable. Again, I have this clothing rack hanger, but I don't know exactly where I'm going to put it up. For now, we just hang the clothes off of the paracord that holds up our blackout paper. And thank you, K-Mac Outdoors. She put this together for me. Those little magnets. Those do a pretty good job of sticking together and keeping out the light from the front. I use the underneath the seat. That's for just kind of like throwaway. I've got a fire extinguisher in there. I've got a light if I needed it. We got, what else we got? We got these shelves off of Amazon for storage. See, this like a lot of these are junk drawers or throat drawers. I keep that one for hygiene stuff, toothpaste, all that good stuff. Plates. And you can't go without your emergency stash of ramen noodles, right? Over here, it's the same thing, but smaller. For my propane cooktop stuff, Mr. Buddy heater. This one I pretty much keep for paper, identifiers, stuff like that. And this is my very super organized plastic utensil drawer, right? I've built a spray foamed with insulation in the whole van. I built these kind of in-hole shelves. And like I said, there's no real method to my madness. It's like wherever you go. But I've got some spare outdoor lights, my chargers, candle. One of the good things about going to the hospital, keep your cup because they keep the ounces and the liters and stuff on there. That comes in handy when you need to actually measure something to cook with. This side, emergency lights or outside lights if I don't have shore power. Spice rack, empty rack, or another hygiene rack. I got lotion, hand sanitizer, dishwashing soap, some camp suds, and some good old Gold Bond foot powder that really helps because you got wet feet all day, they can definitely get a little raunchy. K-Mac bought me this cool little foldable stand. I'll put my phone on that at night. My wallet is just right there. Got my self-defense. You know what I'm saying? Got a little toolbox from Harbor Freight. Bauer keeps all the essentials in there. I could pretty much do 90% of my kayak repairs needed. I can change a tire if I had to. And this also doubles as just a spare bench to sit on and just step up into the bed. How I poop? Most of the time I'm staying in a state park, national park, so I'll use the restrooms there. But I've got the emergency bucket. Thankfully, in a year and a half, 18, 19 months, something like that, only had to use that once. Other than that, we're old school, hardcore camping it. Get you a big Gatorade on your way to the campsite, right? It's either that or step outside if you got to go in the middle of the night. Storage, my most awesome storage. Two things. First, I've got my rod holders. I can hold 6 rods, which is pretty much usually what I carry when I'm out there in the kayak tournaments. And these are your standard Amazon, Temu, wall-mounted rod storage that I just mounted sideways on the side of the van, right? On this side over here, I use like that's solid underneath there, and that's just kind of like throwaway catch-all. I'll put some hats in there. Eventually, I'll either put another rod holder like that, or I'll do some PVC storage. I don't know. Everything's up in the air right now. How we stay comfortable at night. This is the first and main way that we do, right? We got our 12-volt out equip air conditioner. This one is heat pump mold. I've camped very comfortably. OHIV last year, 103 degrees, I think was the high, with no spray foam insulation at that time. And I slept comfortable during the night. During the day, it would definitely make it tolerable. It's a heck of a lot better being out there. Since I've added the insulation, that's greatly improved. The coldest that I've stayed in is 23 degrees. In the heat pump on this, it's not going to keep up with that. It's not going to warm you up 65, 70 degrees. So I'll use a Mr. Buddy heater to heat things up in here to get it to a comfortable temperature. And then just let the heat pump keep it tolerable. I have a 6-inch memory foam mattress and a 3-inch memory foam topper. I am telling you, I may not be the best fisherman out there, but I'm usually the most well-rested one, right? Because this is more comfortable than the bed at the house. Just a kind of all-season, all-purpose little blanket in these 30-degree bags. I have not slept miserable in this van one single night. I can't say that. For power, we'll touch on that real quick and then go around back. I use the Blue Eddy AC 180. That powers my fridge, and I use it for charging GoPro batteries, my little fan, my little bug zapper. I don't know if we went over these storage yet, but I've got these nets. This is my Insta360. This is for my drone. Keep my little hot dog stickers back behind it. Here is that fan, by the way. So it'll run on high about 10 to 12 hours. With that air conditioner, I don't really need the fan, but there's a lot of times when you're in that perfect season, in 65, 70 degree temps where I don't need to run the air conditioner, so I'll use this for the white noise. It's pretty neat. It has the automatic swivel. It can be a light. It has 3 levels of light. I've used this for rigging up the kayak in the dark and also shining some light on the state park spot that I was camping in. So, and it has other features. It's got sleep mode and all that kind of stuff. It has timers on it. But like I said, I've got constant power, the ability to charge it up. So let's get back out here and take a little tour of the back. All right, so out back. So one of the beautiful things about these Ford vans is they do have the ability to where they open up all the way like that. We were kind of touching on power. Everything is run off of two things. Everything 12 volt, which my air conditioner is 100% off grid, no shore power whatsoever, comes off of this battery. I've got 400 watts worth of solar panels that come into this eco-worthy solar charge controller to keep this battery charged. And then from here, I got two bus bars, a 60 amp DC breaker, and then that powers my air conditioner. I have this little 12 volt bus bar, and I have my lights. I've got lights in the back and the front, and it powers off of that. Eventually, I may add other things that run off of that too. I would love to get some type of satellite capabilities, but that's the power. That's the power situation. And then like I said, on the other side of this wall, there's a shore power plug that runs to this GFI plug, and then I've got one more plug up there, so when I do have shore power, I will use that to run my coffee maker and to plug in my battery chargers off of an extension cord to charge up my trolling motor batteries. The primary design behind this is this right here. This is 45 inches, and I can slide an entire, like the largest kayak on the market will slide in there. I have a Native Titan X 12.5 foot. It'll slide in there, and you've got a foot of room to maneuver around both sides of it, you know. So you can camp with the kayak in here. My problem is my kayak is way too big, and I'm too old and weak that I haven't done that. I'm looking for something lighter, a 10.5 foot, 11 foot. This storage section right here, this is for the kayak tournaments. Everything that I must have, I keep right here, so that as I'm rigging up in the mornings, I turn around right here. If it's still sitting here, I know it goes on the kayak. I've got my motor, my controller, my tackle bag, my waterproof box that I keep my identifiers in, my life jacket, my paddles, and my measuring board, right? I also keep this little Swiss Tech for recharging phone, sometimes the Insta360 batteries or whatnot. These things are awesome, and they suck. This is why most of us bought these, is because, oh, cool, we can charge it off the solar, right? It'd take like 6 years to charge this thing from 0 to 100% off the solar, but it does hold a good charge. Right here for now, I got my Blackstone. Just recently started using this, maybe 2 or 3 trips, and I don't know where its home is going to be. I want it to be to where I can cook in the van, but also where it's easy to get up. For now, I usually just put it on a picnic table or a table at a state park and then cook off of that. Otherwise, I'm using their grills. Last bit of storage that I can think of. This is one of the shoe rack things that people hang on the back of their closet doors. I keep my favorite plastic in here, some backup hooks, some backup line, and it just gets me through weekends, right? All us fishermen know we can never have too much tackle. I put the bad thing about the Amazon van, it doesn't come with a tow package. I put this tow hitch on here. This is as much as I would pull with this. I pull this 12 foot by 6 foot utility trailer. I can back this thing right to the water. I literally can drive my kayak back up on it when I'm getting out of the water. So it's just about as close to a boat launch as you can get in a kayak, in my opinion. All right, so that's the 2026 van tour version for this kayak season anyways. No set plans. I'm kind of doing this as I go. The big fear is that I'll probably get to a point to where I rip every single thing out of here and then go back with a little bit more formal, more professional design. For now, it's just DIY and it's figuring things out, but I absolutely love it. And between this being an Amazon van and the setup that it is, I'm proud to say it's a little bit of a head turner. I get questions asked all the time, but there's not another van like this out there. I've watched thousands and thousands of videos, and nobody uses a van for a fishing setup as good as I have it. As soon as I have that 10.5 foot, 11 foot kayak, so I can truly not have to pull a trailer, and then I can make these 10, 12, 20 hour trips no problem, saving 2 or 3 miles a gallon by not having to pull that trailer. Then I just don't know that anybody out there, I don't know if that's my dream setup, right? The only thing that I would change is I would have held out for an all-wheel drive versus two-wheel drive, which this is. And K-Mac Outdoors don't want to hear it, but I got my eyes on a Ford Transit Trail. Will probably be my next one, just so I can get that all-wheel drive feature, or a Sprinter. I'm not against a 4x4 Sprinter either. So, but definitely got to stay high roof, extra long, so that you have room to put the kayak in there. And I have camped with the kayak in this van and still had plenty of room to do everything that needed to be done. So I appreciate y'all tuning in. Sorry for the long delayed van tour video, but well, I'm a little bit scatterbrained. Y'all be good. Love you, fam. Like and subscribe. Oh, come on, baby. Could be number 3. And he's a good one, too. All right. Got the 15 1/4, baby.